Now at 10, a veteran says police stole his money after he got pulled over. His life savings in his car was going toward buying a new home for his family. Tonight, the seizure is shining light on this police tactic that is legal.
It was supposed to be just a drive.
I don't do drugs.
From Lubbock, Texas to Portola, California.
That's my life savings right there for me and my daughter.
But on this track, February 2021,
What did he say he's doing?
retired Marine Stephen Latta would be unexpectedly driving into the beginning of a long legal fight involving the feds, Nevada State, and law enforcement.
I was robbed by people with badges. There's no doubt about it.
It began with a Nevada trooper who pulled him over.
How are you today?
In this body camera video, the trooper said Latta passed a tanker truck too closely. The trooper said he's tasked with catching illegal activity on the roads.
He asked me a whole bunch of questions, where I was coming from, where I was going.
No firearms, no explosives. Okay.
The veteran didn't have weapons or drugs. He was on his way to visit his 2 girls for the weekend.
When I told him that I had cash,
Okay, how much money you got in there?
he was just
Okay.
very laser focused on that.
Latta gave law enforcement permission to search.
I have nothing to hide from you. I appreciate that.
$87,000 was in his trunk.
You know, I don't trust financial institutions. It's my choice.
We hear that all the time.
It is not a crime to have cash, whether it be $1 or $1 million.
The cash and his bank withdrawals, all there.
I have all my receipts there. They're in that bag. And I have pay stubs as well.
But what happened next left Latta stunned.
I believe there's drug proceeds. Dog alerted to it.
Drug proceeds?
Yeah, it's very common, sir.
The veteran was never charged.
Go put your hands on your head and unless your fingers.
A responding sergeant and DEA agent made the call to seize his cash. Latta was left with $7 to his name.
I have no way of getting back home.
At the end of the day, he was carrying money, which is completely legal, and the
This is Ben
officers
Field
took
with the
it
Institute for
because they wanted
Justice,
to be
one
able
of Latta's attorneys.
I'll put it on the car.
He says if federal authorities suspect cash or valuable property is connected to criminal activity,
It's not usual.
they can move forward and seize it, even if charges are not filed. It is legal.
Complain about not having enough hundreds in my drawer.
Equitable sharing is a federal program where the Department of Justice or a federal agency takes money from a state agency, forfeits it without the constitutional protections that state law provides, and then kicks back 80% of the proceeds to the agency that took it.
Just how much does the federal government kick back to local and state agencies that take part in this program? In 2019, more than $333 million was paid out. Between this time frame, more than $8.8 billion.
Assert your rights.
KENS 5 spoke with Jerry Goldstein, a St. Mary's University School of Law faculty member and a nationally known criminal defense lawyer. Here's what he says you can do if you're in a similar situation.
You do have a Fourth Amendment right, and interesting enough, in most jurisdictions, the Fourth Amendment right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures applies to civil forfeiture. If you assert those rights and they violate them, you have a right to suppress the evidence, which is their basis for forfeiture. But don't forget, the burden is on the citizen.
I don't have any money for me and my kids this weekend.
Latta says 8 months later, he got his money back with the help of Institute for Justice. But it's not enough.
I what that means.
He's still battling in court. He's suing to put an end to equitable sharing. He says he wants the state of Nevada to protect citizens' constitutional rights.
It's not about me. It is about helping everybody out there who has went through this or could possibly go through the same thing in the future. This is what's going on in the land of the free. And it should not have to be that way.
The Institute for Justice is also teaming up with Texans in Harris County in a separate case. Latta's attorney says that county has a practice of using civil forfeiture to seize property, holding on to valuables for years without giving people a chance to go to court and get it back. We also reached out to the U.S. Department of Justice, the Drug Enforcement Agency, and Nevada Highway Patrol for comment, but did not hear back.